Good morning, everyone. I'm still putting eye drops in my eye. I'm not light sensitive anymore, thank goodness. But it still burns. Still burns. So, this morning I am working on my DBT homework. I don't know if you guys have seen my previous uploads, but I do take part in dialectical behavior therapy. It's hard to pronounce. What day is it? Wednesday? Is it Wednesday? My computer will tell me. It is Wednesday. So every day I have to fill out a diary card. And the diary card asks me questions like my highest urge to self-harm, commit suicide, the highest rating for each day of emotional misery, and physical misery. Nope, that's going to be a 3. And today feels like a 4. Day before yesterday felt like a 4. And my joy has been a 3. Most of these are on like a 1 to 5 scale. And I'm still burning. It asks me about any alcohol intake, any drugs, if I took my medicine correctly, how many over-the-counter medications I took, or PRNs. Now, I'm not trying to look like freaking ET up in here. I just wanted to cover my body. So I do take PRNs. Well, I have the choice to take PRNs. It asks me if I self-harm and if I've used my skills. And then on the bottom of my paper, can you read this? Wait. Yes, you can. On the bottom of my paper, these are like a list of skills that I've been introduced to or that I've been working on. And there's a Monday through Sunday for me to mark down which skills I've worked on. It asks me my urges to quit therapy, use drugs, commit suicide, and what my ability to regulate emotions, actions, and thoughts. So, part of my homework, I'm supposed to use this sheet to figure out goals and priorities in any situation that creates a problem for me. Examples include situations where my rights or wishes were not being respected, where I wanted someone to do or change something or give me something, where I want or need to say no or resist the pressure to do something, where I want my position or point of view to be taken seriously, and there's conflict with another person, or I want to improve my relationship with someone. So I'm going to run to my handout because the handouts are pretty much what I'm working on in the my handouts are basically what I'm working on in the worksheet. Does that make sense? Like, I have this big binder, and part of it is educational, and the other part of it's learning, and then the other part is like expressing what I learned. I don't know how to explain it. Willow tree, autumn leaf. You do not need to go outside. We were just outside at 8 o'clock. You will be fine. Where's your bone? Where's your biscuit? Where's your biscuit? Go get your biscuit. No? Are you gonna bark at me? She usually barks at me when she doesn't get what she wants. So, I'm working right now, this week, I'm working on what's called Dear Man. We love... What's... Anagrams? No, it's not an anagram. What's it called when you have like a word, but each letter stands for something? That's what's going on. So, in Dear Man, I'm supposed to describe, express, assert, reinforce, stay mindful, appear confident, and negotiate. So for describe, I'm supposed to describe a current situation if it's necessary. We stick to the facts and tell the person exactly what I'm reacting to. So an example would be... I'm trying to think of something. Okay, this was an old problem. But, like, say I would ask my boyfriend to do the dishes. And he'd be like, yeah, okay. But, like, we wouldn't really... Go get your bone. I'll be right back. Hello, frames? Hello, frames. I don't know what's wrong with my frames. Okay, so anyway. When you're describing, it's good to like stick to the facts. So, say I ask my boyfriend to do the dishes, and I have an expectation in my head that I want the dishes to be done within the hour, but I didn't say within the hour. And a day passes, and he still has yet to do the dishes. So, in a way for me to use Dear Man, I would describe the situation to my boyfriend. Hey, boyfriend, we had agreed upon, the dishes being done yesterday, and they weren't. So now I feel a little upset because I thought they were going to get done. Now, it's good to be able to express your feelings, which is the E in Dear Man, while you're describing facts. However, I statements. We statements. We agreed on this. We talked about this. Try as much as you can not to use a you statement. As in, you said that you were going to do the dishes, but the dishes aren't done and now I'm pissed. Or I'm pissed because you didn't do the dishes. That's going to create a problem. Do you want to go in the kennel? Do you want to go in the kennel? Or do you want to sit with mommy or go in the kennel? Come on. Me or kennel? Neither? That's what I thought. So, I should really start, like, pausing this shit so you guys don't see me yelling at my dog. Don't even think about it. She thought about it. My computer says it's 8:31. We got inside past 8 o'clock. So, no, you don't need to go outside. Anyway, the you statements in this situation they're putting blame, which is not going to fix the situation. They are making sure the person that you're talking to is going to have a guard up, which is not something you want when you're having an open conversation. I have to cook my dog. I'll be right back. She tasted great. Anyway, so let me bring back my binder. Oh, also, use phrases such as I want instead of you should, I don't want, or you shouldn't. Excuse me. I'm trying to teach my later self some skills. Can you not? I got rid of the bells and you're still making noise. So, When shoulda, coulda, wouldas won't fix anything. That's thinking in the past. You have to think about the current situation. And the current situation is that the dishes aren't done. And I'm upset because we agreed on something. That is a very appropriate way to express a problem. Instead of, you didn't do the dishes. You should have done the dishes last night. Why didn't you do the fucking dishes? Like, now I'm pissed. That it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work for you. It's not gonna work for the person that you're talking to. Willow tree. Kennel. You wanna go in the kennel? Do you wanna go in the kennel? I didn't think so. So, assert in dear man. You assert yourself by asking for what you want or saying no clearly. Do not assume that others will figure it out what you want. Remember that others cannot read your mind. Okay. I would really like it if you would call me when you're going to be late. So, we agreed on the dishes being done. I gave you some time because I know we weren't clear on the time span in which it should get done. But I would really like it if you get them done by today. Or you know what? What time do you think you can get the dishes done by? So that I don't have to bother you until after that time. Now, you're describing the situation, okay? You're expressing how you feel and you're asserting what you want, which for me is for him to do the dishes. Now, this is a past example, but it's something that he and I had to work on for a while, being able to express ourselves and, not only that, but like reinforce what we'd agreed upon without arguments. And that's, of course, the R in Dear Man. Reinforce or reward the person ahead of time, so to speak, by explaining positive effects of getting what you want or need. If necessary, also clarify the negative consequences of not getting what you want or need. I'm staying with my same example, the dishes. Baby, I'm so glad that we agreed upon a time in which you should do the dishes. I'll tell you what, as soon as you're done with the dishes, I'm going to cook up something real good. I love cooking for you, and it's something that makes me happy to do and makes me happy to see you enjoy. So that would be the reinforcement, which is my awesome cooking. Toot toot. So that's the dear part of Dear Man. Now, the man part of Dear Man. Stay mindful. Keep your focus on your goals. Maintain your position. Don't be distracted. Don't get off topic. Example being Willow. She's not the example. Example being, I really thought that we were going to get the dishes done, and I'm a little upset that I wasn't done today. Well, when was the last time you did the dishes? Well, that's not really the point. See, when someone else is trying to switch the topic, change what you're trying to get to a goal. Now, when someone is deterring you from that goal, 9 times out of 10, it means that they're feeling attacked and they're trying to get defensive. So number one, don't take that personally, because everybody does it. I does it. You does it. We does it. He does it. It's all does. It's been does. Anyway, maintain that goal. Don't get off topic. And it's so easy when you're gaslighting or they're gaslighting and, you just want to yell back and forth. It's not going to solve anything. Trust me. I've tried. I scream all the time. I get out of pocket all the time. I get to the point where sometimes I want to wrestle with my boyfriend. And by wrestle with my boyfriend, I mean hurt him very bad. But he's really good at defending himself. And we usually don't get that far. You don't need to go outside. You're lying to me. You want to go outside, but you don't need it. Come here. Come here. No? She just went to the bathroom. She pees 3 times, and then she poops. And then we have some fun time, and then we come upstairs. Sometimes the other dogs are out, and I let her play with the other dogs after she goes to the bathroom. But there were no other dogs, which is why she wants to go outside. And I understand that, because normally in the morning we play with the kids and the dogs. But it's winter vacation, so everybody's schedule is just... So that was me getting off topic. One part of being mindful is to ignore attacks, and they say broken record, which means just repeating your goal. My goal is for us to get these dishes done. How are we gonna do this? Well, I'm really tired from work. I understand that you're tired from work. I understand that having a full-time job can be very hard. I would still like you to do the dishes. With all the chores that I've been doing, my body hurts, and I would like for you to do the dishes. You see what I did there? They went off topic. I expressed that I understood their off-topic comment, but then I brought it back using the subject of their off-topic question to negate back to my goal, which is getting the fucking dishes done. I don't ask him anymore because that is my responsibility. We have boundaries. And the dishes aren't part of his chores. Willow. She's sitting in her chair. It's so cute. I don't know if I should stop her, though. I'll stop her if she gets on the table. So just keep saying no or expressing your opinion over and over. Just keep replaying the same thing again and again. That's the broken record. But you don't have to be like, but what was the reason, though? But what was the reason, though? But what was the reason, though? Cardi B. Just make sure that if you get off topic, you're able to negate back to the topic. Whether most of the time when you let someone understand that you understand by using their words, they're not going to try to fight you. She's on the table. Willow Tree, get down. Get down. Please excuse me. I have to cook my dog. That was quick. I just had to stand up. Stand up to assert dominance. Her. Hey, appear confident. Hey. Appear. Yeah, appear. Appear? English. Appear effective and competent. Use a confident voice tone and physical manner. Make good eye contact. No stammering, whispering, staring at the floor, retreating, or saying, I'm not sure. Bitch, you are sure. If you got a problem, you're sure you got to fix it, right? I'm sure you got to fix it. Excuse me. IBS. Excuse me. So, when you want something, when there's a problem, it's because you want something done or you don't want something done, and you're getting the opposite effect. So, ooh, look at that cheekbone. Ooh. Anyway. When you stammer, when you whisper, when you're not making eye contact, not only is that a little bit disrespectful, but it doesn't show that you want to be part of the conversation. You understand? Like, could you just please just do the dishes? Because I'm just really tired, and no one's gonna care what the fuck is coming out of my mouth if I'm talking like that. However, if you look the person in the eye and you say, "Hey, we agreed on the dishes being done, but we didn't specify a time," and I'm kind of irritated by that. So to assert our boundaries, I would like to know, what time do you think you would get the dishes done by? And that brings us to the N. Oh my gosh. Not the N as in the end, even though it's the last letter, but negotiate. So if you heard me, I said I thought the dishes were going to be done yesterday. What time do you think you can get them done by? That's me leaving an open question for him to say, I'll get them done by tonight. Then I say, okay, I won't say anything about the dishes until tomorrow then, because we agreed on this time. Now, if I really wanted to bake something, I would say, hey, I really wanted to bake tonight. Could you possibly get it done as soon as you come home from work? You know, if you do it when you come back from work, I'll have dinner ready for you. You know, that's the negotiation. That's the negotiation, and then we're also bringing it back to reinforce or reward. I like saying reward instead of reinforce, even though you shouldn't reward somebody for negative actions. And they should be aware that their negative actions will cause a negative outcome. I've always wanted to tattoo this phrase on my skin, bound by freedom, which to me means you're free to make a choice, but you're not free from the consequences of that choice. Man, my cheekbone looks great right now. Oh, do you see that? I'm getting off topic. Anyway, when you negotiate, English, you need to be willing to give to get. Offer and ask other solutions to the problem. Reduce your request. Say no, but offer to do something else or to solve the problem in another way. Focus on what will work. How about you text me when you might be late? Turn the problem over onto the other person. Ask for solutions. What do you think we should do? I can't just stop worrying about you. So to put that into my dishes, in the turn the problem over to the other person and ask for other solutions. What do you think we should do? That's me asking him, when do you think that you can get done with the dishes? And if I feel as though it's a reasonable time, if he'll get it done by tomorrow, then fine. I won't bring it up until tomorrow if it doesn't get done. And best be known, the conversation might not be as positive next time. See, that's also, I keep forgetting what the R stands for. That's also reinforcing with a reward or consequence. So that's what I'm working on this week is Dear Man. And in Dear Man, we are working on sacrifice. Where is it? It's somewhere in here. Okay. For Dear Man, the clarifying priorities is how important getting what you want or obtaining your goal is. How important is keeping the relationship? And how important is keeping self-respect? So, if I wasn't keen on the self-respect, I would be more likely to whisper or to give in to the other person's wants or needs, even though I have a problem with my wants and needs getting taken care of. In keeping the relationship, that is how important it is for you and that person to, after the altercation or after the conversation, excuse me, Kennel, That's what I thought. So in keeping the relationship, who are you talking to? You know, I'm talking to my boyfriend. We live together. We have animals together. I don't want to part from him. So I don't want our conversation to make him upset. I don't want the conversation to push him away from me, you know, or anything like that. Hi, baby. Okay. And maintaining your self-respect. Did I say that one? Yeah, I think I did. Getting what you want / obtaining your goal. How important is that? How important is it for him to do the dishes? For me, it was very important. Dishes needed to be done. Dirty dishes will attract bugs, and I'm scared of bugs. So, yeah. I'm the type of person to, when I see a bug, I will spray it with alcohol. I'll spray it with hairspray. I'll put soap on it. I've done the flamethrower before. I don't like bugs. I can't squish them. I can poison them, but I can't squish them. It's weird. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But that's why it's important to me. And that's one thing that you should probably talk about is when you're trying to obtain your goal, express how important to you it is. When you're trying to obtain that goal, express how much you care about the relationship and express if you want to keep the relationship or not based on the altercations or the rewards or, you know, how things have been getting done, how your boundaries were treated. And then you always have to keep self-respect. I understand that when you love someone, when you want to keep a relationship with someone, love has some sacrifice in it. That's everyone. 1 second. Get your Willow. Get down. I don't even have to stand up all the way. Oh my goodness. You're learning. Anyway. This is for me later, but if anybody can use any of these skills, even if it's just being able to describe a situation using just the facts and not putting your feelings into those facts, and then being able to describe or express what the description made you feel like. You know, if you can work on one of those things, then your life will get better. You know, this is the second module of group therapy that I'm in. The first module had a lot to do with mindfulness. And mindfulness is being able to pretty much focus or reassess where you're putting your attention. Like right now, I'm not really being mindful because I'm talking about my homework and I'm trying to do my homework at the same time, which if I do like actually write stuff down, it might not work for me. And I'm also listening to music. So having all of these things, and I'm watching my dog, and I'm making sure my cat's not being suicidal. She's freaking weird. It's neither here nor there. Anyway, doing all these things at the same time are distracting. It's hard. It makes your life hard. You can count to 26 in probably like 7 seconds. I personally can say the alphabet forwards and backwards in under 15 seconds. However, if you take a stopwatch and you try to say numbers and letters and corresponding numbers, as in A1, B2, C3, D4, and right now I'm already slowing down. Versus A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. See, it's so much easier to focus on one thing at a time. And the smaller of a thing that you can focus on, the easier it gets. Like candles. I fucking love candles. The reason why I love candles is just because of this. Watch, and then I'll show you. And then I'll tell you. Hold on. It's like the whole world around me disappears because I'm focused on that little, when you open your candle, and then the smell. I love to keep my candles covered because when I open them, the smell is a little bit stronger and I can just sit there and just stop everything and smell this tasty ass candle. It's not an ass candle. It's pineapple lily. And you don't have to think about anything other than how good this candle smells, about how the glass feels in your hand. That's mindfulness. Being able to say, fuck the outside world for a second. I need to dial it back and cool down my brain. Yes. I do that with my tea. Every time I take a sip, I smile. What's wrong? What's wrong? Huh? Who did it? Who did it? Why you crying? Why you crying? My dog is whimpering. She probably wants playtime. So, that is Dear Man and a touch of mindfulness. I think that I should post more mindfulness videos. What is it? Huh? Do you guys hear her? What's wrong? Who did it? You wanna come cuddle? No? You wanna sit by mommy? So that was an intro to Dear Man and a little sprinkle of mindfulness. Like I said, it's always good to stop and smell the roses, or in my case, because I can't go outside. Oh, I love that sound too. Just, Some people think meditation is mindfulness, and you are correct. Some people think listening to music and dancing to the music like nobody is watching is mindfulness, and you are correct. Anything in which you can escape into is practicing mindfulness. Whether that's getting zoned out into a video game, you're very mindful of, what's on your six and how many people are where, and if you have to catch this flag and, go through this vent, like you're focused on the video game and you're like in it. That's mindfulness. Now, being able to take that mindfulness that you have, that attention that you have on that video game, and to put it towards something else, one thing at a time. It just makes life easier when you can step back from a situation and just think about your thoughts like clouds in the sky just going past. And maybe on my next video where I'm just spewing word vomit, I'll talk more about mindfulness, because this week we're focused on Dear Man frames. How is it that I'm recording this with no Wi-Fi? Like, I'm recording it onto my computer, not like on Facebook or anything, and my frame rates were like 2. No, it's not okay. Anyway, I think I'm done here. Google effectiveness of Dear Man. objective effectiveness and Dear Man, or just objective effectiveness, because that's what I'm working on this week. And I feel like even if you're like the master negotiator, even if you have like a 6-figure salary and you're successful, you know, whatever, what have you. I feel like everyone can learn. My animals are going crazy. You're not hungry. Your litter box isn't full. She woke me up this morning. That's neither here nor there, though. So, this is for future me and for present you. It's, like I said, I like posting things for myself so I can look back and be like, I did that. Just like the next time I have to shoot myself in the butt, or shoot myself in the thigh when I'm freaking out, holding my syringe like, I don't want to do needle drugs. I can go back to my video, how to administer intramuscular injections, and there's proof of me not freaking out. Just like now, there's proof of me being able to work on objective effectiveness. English is not my major right now, and I'm sorry. But as long as future me understands past me, would this be past me or present me? I know it's present you because you're watching this right now. But like, I recorded this, so this is past me, and I'm not going to watch it when you're watching it. I'm probably going to watch it like in a few months, so that'll be like future me. When like future me is like, oh my gosh, I feel like a pawn. I feel like everybody's using me. I feel like I'm walking on this tightrope of, do I want to get what I want or do I want people to like me? You know, that's my personal problem. But I did fill out half of my diary card, which I probably shouldn't have because I was multitasking. And when you're multitasking, like I said, you don't put, you have to divide your attention. Oh my God, I'm so glad I'm not contagious anymore and I can touch my freaking eyes. It's the little things, guys. It's the little things. So yeah, that's a Dear Man in a nutshell. And I'm not a therapist. I'm just someone who has a lot of therapy. Yesterday's physical therapy was great. We tried this cupping thing, and it made me numb. It was weird. I don't like it. I don't think my next appointment with anyone is until after my birthday. My birthday's January 1st. Please don't ask me if I was in the newspaper or if I was the first person born that day. I don't fucking know. And no, I wasn't in no newspaper. I'm not that important. But yeah, so Dear Man, being able to reach your goals. Now you can try to use Dear Man when someone else brings up a situation, i.e., my boyfriend had a problem with me doing something, but he wasn't very clear on it. And so I asked him, what is the problem? What are we trying to fix here? What's broken? So that we can fix it. What do you want? You know? That is Dear Man. However, you can't force someone else to Dear Man when they don't want to Dear Man. And in a time like that, you say, hey, I see that you're feeling upset. Do you want to talk about it? And if they want to talk about it, hear them out. If they start making you feel a certain type of way, say, hey, I'm just trying to diffuse the problem. You're the one with the problem, and I'm the one trying to fix it. If they continue, step back. Step back. It is not worth your sanity to fix someone else's problem. like my grandmother loves to say, and I've started saying it too. Not my monkeys, not my circus. Don't assume or you make an ass out of everybody. You know, don't think, oh, that person should know what I want because we've been together for over a year. No! Be blunt. You have to be blunt. No beating around the bush. No, they should know better. None of that shit, okay? Because no one can read your mind. You have a very vast room inside your head that no one else can access. And you can fill that room with whatever the fuck you want to fill it with. You have that power. Just like I have that power, even when I don't feel it. You know? And I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I am not saying I am perfect. I don't know if you can see, but I've never like really posted myself like this. Started self-harming at around the age of 8, but now I can proudly say that this burn right here is the square was the last purposeful self-harm. I do have problems with dermatillomania and trichotillomania, which is why sometimes, first of all, my cousin thinks that I don't have any pimples ever, which I think is funny, but in reality, it's like I dig a freaking, like, a hole in my skin trying to get the pimple off, you know? That's also why the sides of my head, ooh, bad head. That's also why both sides of my head are shaved, because when I do pull, I do this, and the top of my head is not affected as much as right here is, so I just keep it short so that I can't pull it if I need to. You know, I will go like this and push my hair back, but that's about all that I can do. So you have the power to make your life whatever you want to make it. There is no meaning to life other than to put a meaning to it. You know, perception is reality, and you have the choice of how you want to perceive reality. You know? Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I gotta start making these things shorter somehow.
Maybe you should learn how to edit your videos.
Shut up. I should, though. Peace in the Middle East.